Good evening, everybody, to another evening of God Guns
Yeah.
and Glencairns.
Yep.
So we have Brian and Colton here. We have Torey and Ryan. I'm Dean, and we're missing a few.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happens when there's so many of us. We
Yep.
can't always all be here. So Rich broke his glasses. He can't drive at night.
Probably can't read either.
Ray can't read either.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be useless here. I don't know where Jared's at.
Oh, I think
He's in Vegas.
NFR.
Oh, he's out the NFR. National
Yep.
Finals Rodeo is going on now, so it starts tomorrow, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, so Jared's out there. Butch was going to get here. Come here. I don't know what happened to him. Chris, I don't know about. And
Chuck can't make it.
yeah, Chuck can't make it. Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh,
I called him Butch.
yeah, you did. That's what I was
Sorry,
like. Who the
sorry,
heck
Chuck.
is Butch?
Yeah, I was gonna say I ain't met Butch yet.
I thought maybe it was somebody else.
Yeah. Anyway, and Mitch has gone to training.
Yep.
Right?
So
Mhm.
anyway, we'll try to keep those guys in our prayers. But anyway, we're going to get into Leviticus. We're going to get through chapter 21 through, I think it's 27. Is that how many's in here?
Yeah.
We're going to try to get through all of those tonight. We're not going to spend a lot of time on each chapter. And then we're going to get into Torey. Torey brought us a couple of rifles. And he's going to talk about some hunts that he was on with those. And then we're going to get into American single malt whiskey. So, well, let's just open with prayer. Just, Father, just thank you so much for this wonderful evening. And for these men that sacrificed some time to come and get into your word. Just pray that as we read in your word, as we discuss it, that what you would want for us to hear would jump out at us, and we just make good discussion points and good topics for life, good maybe things to apply to our lives of knowing how to live better with moral laws. And I just pray you'd be with the men that we mentioned that aren't here tonight, that you would just watch over them and protect them and comfort them and just be with each and every one that's watching us even, and just help us to be of encouragement to them to get into God's Word. And that's what life's all about, is living a life pleasing to God. So just help us to do that more. And just ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 So, we just want to pick out some kind of highlights, I think, in each chapter, and if there's discussion there, we can discuss about it. But, we're getting... Leviticus is tough to begin with. A lot about the moral laws, civil laws, and ceremonial laws. And ceremonial laws are, because of the new covenant, kind of a thing of the past. But still, there's a lot in these chapters that we can still apply to our lives today.
Yeah.
That things that just jump out at you that you need to think about. Chapter 21 talks about regulations for conducts of priests more than anything, and none of us here are priests, so guess if we want to ever become a priest, we can read this and know how to conduct ourselves. But, verse 12 is the one that kind of jumped out at me. It says, "Nor shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of his God." The priests were, man, they were set to their rules in the temples and whatever they're, wherever they were at and stuff, and they were there to serve the people, be there for the people. And even when they had like a mother or a father would die, they couldn't even leave there to go out and celebrate the life or help with the burial or whatever, or their mom and dad. That would profane the sanctuary because they were anointed with oil. And that oil was still on them. That oil was for in the sanctuary, and they couldn't take that out. So they would profane the sanctuary if they did that. My thought was, of even profaning the sanctuary, we jump into chapter 22, and in verse 2 of the latter part over there, it says, "Do not profane my holy name. But what they dedicate to me, I am the Lord." When I think of profane, what do you think of when you think of profane?
Foul language.
Foul language. Yeah, cussing, using God's name in vain and stuff like that. So it's just doing wrong,
Yeah.
doing what's wrong with profane. But anyway, so that those words just jumped out at me. The word profane. You jump clear back to the last 32, the 32nd verse of chapter 22, which is almost the last one. And it talks about that again. "You shall not profane my holy name. I am the Lord who sanctifies you. I'm the Lord who cleans you. I'm the Lord who forgives you. Do not profane my holy name."
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have anything to add to that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that took us through 2 chapters
Yeah.
pretty quick. 23, Feast of the Lord. Then it talks about the Sabbath. That's what kind of read the 3rd verse of 23.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of Solomon.
Solemn.
Solemn. Okay. Solemn rest, a holy conviction. You shall do no work on it. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
That's a law that's kind of went by the wayside.
I was going to say, how many of us don't do anything on Sunday?
I think, when you talk about the Sabbath day, the way life is now, somebody has to be working every day of the week
Yeah.
to keep this world turning.
Mm-hmm.
So pick a day,
Yeah.
any day of the week, I think, and use it for a day of rest.
Mm. Easier said than done, though.
Absolutely it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a cattle rancher or whatever, how do you take a day off?
You don't. Even if you're a dad or a parent of any sort, how do you just take the day off?
Yeah.
Okay, kids, you're on your own.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Bologna in the refrigerator.
That's right. Mac and cheese in there. Figure out how to cook it. I don't care if you're 5 years old. You got it. You can't do that.
Jesus even talked about that, if you're is it better to do wrong or right on the Sabbath day? He got accused of working a lot on the Sabbath. He's like, is it better to let someone die or save them?
Yeah.
So what do you do? So what I take out of that is pick a day to rest, but don't do work out of necessity. You still have to do something, but you have to cook or
Until the honeydew list kicks up.
but you're not going to go to your normal job
No.
and do things, but try to save most of the day for the Lord.
But let me ask you this, how easy is it for you to sit in a chair and do nothing?
It depends on the day before.
Oh, okay, so I get that. If you're sore, right? If you're sore, it's a little bit easier, but
Yeah, I go hunting for 5 days. I'm taking the 6th day off.
right. But I mean, even
It's
at
pretty
that,
easy on the 6th day.
you still
Or the
gotta
seventh.
get up and do something, right?
Oh yeah.
You can't just sit there all day, and even if it's sitting there reading the Bible, you can't sit there all day. You feel like you have to get up and do something.
I took a day off once and
Once in 60
didn't have
years.
anything to do. Well, it was blizzarding out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here. There was an auction on the computer, a gun auction, and I'm just gonna sit here and watch this auction. And the longer I sat there, the more my back got to hurting. And then it was like pain.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, I'm gonna buy something because I haven't suffered here and not bought anything. So I think I bought the last gun on the auction. I didn't care what it was gonna sell for. I bought the last gun on the auction to make up for my suffering.
That's awesome.
Anyway, that's the verse that jumped out at me in 23.
Which one's in 24?
24. I had several there.
Wow.
The penalty of blasphemy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to.
Verse
Pass
14,
that
whoever
by.
wants to read verse 14 through 16.
Take outside the camp him who has cursed. Then let all who heard him lay their hands on his head, and let the congregation stone him. And then you shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, whoever curses his God shall bear his sin. And whoever blasphemes the name of the Lord shall surely be put to death. All the congregations shall certainly stone him, the stranger as well as him who is born in the land. When he blasphemes the name of the Lord, he shall be put to death. Is that the last one? Or
Yep, no,
Yeah,
okay.
no, you did great.
We've talked about blaspheming before
Mm-hmm.
a little bit and how dangerous it is.
Mm,
When they take you out of the congregation, out in the street, and lay their hands on you, they're not praying.
right.
Mm,
Like it talks about in other places. Where you lay
right,
your
like we've
hands on them.
discussed before, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, lay your hands on them and pray and anoint them with oil. And whatnot. This laying of hands was like what happened to Stephen. That Saul, was there watching.
Mm-hmm.
But to be part of that congregation that goes out there and has to throw the rocks and stone that person would be something pretty tough to do for, well, I guess it depends, how,
Mm-hmm.
if you're following the law. This is what the law says.
Mm-hmm.
When he blasphemes the name of the Lord, he shall be put to death. Pretty serious back then.
I think 22 is one thing that we need to keep in remembrance is you shall have the same law for the strangers as for one from your own country, for I am the Lord your God.
Are you going back to love your neighbor, love your enemy, love your...
I'm not. Nope. I didn't even have that in my head.
No?
Mm-mm. So that means if a stranger is cursing God, what should you do?
Stone him.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same punishment.
Yep. But we don't live like that no more.
We don't.
Gets me is watching the movies and stuff. The stoning actually it almost portrays almost a celebration
Mm-hmm.
in the movies you watch when they're stoning somebody. It's
Mhm.
like
Oh yeah.
it seems like they're really enjoying that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
At
look
some point.
like back in the if you watch medieval movies where they have like beheadings and stuff, and people were cheering and
Yeah.
carrying on, and
Right.
you're sitting there looking at it, and you're like, how can you be cheering when a dude's head just rolled down the alley? It's hard to picture, but you are correct. Yeah.
Well, doesn't this still occur in the Middle East?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, ISIS and all that.
Yep.
Like,
Hamas or whatever their name is.
well, like what was it
Hamas. Yep.
when they released that video of the first reporter to be killed by ISIS?
Mm-hmm.
How they released the whole video of the beheading.
Mm-hmm.
And they just stand there and enjoy while they're doing it with a
Yep.
Bowie knife,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was just
Yeah. It wasn't.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And it makes us cringe.
It
Or
does.
it
Yeah.
should.
it
Yeah.
should. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
then that's
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
if it doesn't, something's wrong up here as far as I'm
Mhm.
concerned.
and sadly it's getting more and more.
I mean, that's just like the video of the shooting of Charlie Kirk. When if anybody got to see the original video when it first came out,
Oh yeah, I saw it.
that was like you
Yeah.
just kind of as soon as you seen it, you're like, ugh. He ain't living from that. I don't
No.
care how you lay it. That's he's gone.
No. I remember when that happened because I have X Twitter,
Mhm.
and as soon as it happens, of course, that instantly is everywhere.
Mhm.
And I saw that, and I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah, my 15-year-old daughter sent it to me. It was like, "You're not gonna believe this," and I looked at it. And I was like, What are they putting on
Oh yeah.
TikTok these days?"
Yeah.
Because it was like instant viral. Boom.
Yep.
It was nuts.
It's a different way for everyone to see what is going on anymore.
Correct.
Compared to
Yeah.
like, I remember when I was a kid, 9/11.
Yeah.
I just saw it live on the news.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
That
in
was the only
Spanish
place
class.
you could see.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I was in Spanish class and the Spanish teacher turned it on.
I'll never forget. I went downstairs because my mom was going to take me to middle school, and I hear her scream. I run down there thinking something happened and
Right.
to her, but
Yeah.
then it was
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was downstairs checking kids into the daycare, and Brian Eastman come in and he said, "Turn on the television."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You're not going to believe what you see on the news."
Mm-hmm.
Chapter
25. 25.
Yeah, what'd you get out of that one?
I thought it was interesting with the year of Jubilee that during the year of Jubilee, that you had to give back the land or offer to
Offer
sell
it to
them.
them, I think that's kind of, the year of Jubilee happened every 50 years.
But the crazy thing was that if that person that you offered it to did not have the money to pay you, that you were not to charge them interest on anything. And I thought that was really interesting. Was like, so it was pretty much don't take advantage of your family member who you bought the land from. And what do you have today?
Yeah, it wasn't only land.
Well, yeah,
It was if you was bought as a
Right.
slave,
Yep.
or if you sold possessions.
yeah,
or-
yeah. Don't treat them horrible either. Don't make
Yeah.
them labor a lot. Don't do this. Don't do
In the
that.
year of Jubilee, you had to offer that back to
Mhm.
them if they wanted it and could afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a crazy law, I guess.
And if you sell anything to your neighbor or buy from your neighbor's hand, you shall not oppress one another.
Mm-hmm. I think that what I can take that as is if you say you fell in hard times and I bought land from you or something, and I'm like, "Hey man, remember that time that I bought that land from you?"
Mhm.
That's kind of what the oppression
Yeah.
thing I think is. I don't know. I don't know. The year of Jubilee is kind of interesting.
Was.
If you go through
Yeah,
there and
yeah.
read it, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it gets confusing.
It does. Yeah.
My good grief, I'm glad that law went away. We could have kept up with that.
No.
And all the other 634 laws or whatever
Yeah.
there was. Good grief,
Mhm.
well, that's why it went away, is because you just couldn't, nobody could live by all those laws. It wasn't working.
Yeah. What did you all get out of
That's what I was of, the Jubilee.
Oh.
That's what, everything I have highlighted is Jubilee,
that? Yeah.
the year of the Jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that takes care of 25 then.
It's a chapter of Jubilee.
Mm-hmm. Nothing but Jubilee, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and like you said, also very confusing to go through and read that.
That verse 23, it says, "The land shall not be sold permanently, for the land is mine. For you are strangers and sojourners with me."
Mm-hmm.
Whether
But-
you own it or not,
Mm-hmm.
it's still mine.
Right, and all the land of your possession you shall grant redemption of the land. Yeah, it's interesting.
But it was kind of a pretty cool law.
It was, yeah.
They give you 50 years to make it up, and at the end of the 50 years, you can buy it back.
Yeah.
It can be yours again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of years.
That's a lot of years,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I don't know how long they were living in the time of Leviticus. If they were living more than
700 years, like
if they were living
like in
that
Genesis.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You imagine being alive for 700 years?
Man, if I'm at the end of 50 years and you have to be 70 maybe by the time if you'd acquired
Yeah.
land,
Right.
20 or maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it back.
Right, yeah. No.
That means work.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm already wore out.
Right? Okay, 26.
26 has got a lot of I will statements in there.
Mhm.
And, you know, a lot of times when we do a group Bible reading or whatever, at the end of that, we always say, what is your I will statement? What is going to be your I will statement? What are you going to do this week?
Mm-hmm.
And next week we're going to talk about that. Did you really do it? You know, so I will statements are pretty tough to follow, maybe,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
pounding,
Mm-hmm. Impactful.
impactful.
Yeah.
So 26 is full of them. And so starting in verse 3, I will, if you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and perform them, then I will give you rain in its season. This is God talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you rain. Verse 6, I will give peace in the land. The latter part of it, I will rid the land of evil beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9, I will look on you favorably and make you fruitful.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11, I will set my tabernacle among you. Verse 12, I will walk among you and be your God, and you shall be my people. Verse 14 is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do not obey me, do not observe all these commandments. Verse 16, I will even appoint terror over you. Verse 17, I will set my face against you. Verse 19, I will break the pride of your power.
Mm-hmm.
I will make your heavens like iron and your earth like bronze. Verse 21, I will bring on you 7 times more plagues according to your sins. Verse 22, I will also send wild beasts among you.
Which shall rob you of your children.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine says.
You might want to throw that in there too.
I was gonna say
Man,
mine
does-
says wild animals
Mm-hmm.
will rob you
Man,
of your
does
children.
21 not remind you of today,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
of what's going on in our world today?
Mm-hmm.
If you walk contrary to me and are not willing to obey me, I will bring on you 7 times more plagues according to your sins.
Yep.
And 23 says, and if by these things you are not reformed by me, but walk contrary to me, then 24 says, then I also will walk contrary to you and will punish you yet. There's that 7 times again for your sins.
And I will bring a sword against
I will
you.
bring a sword against you. 27, after all of this, if you do not obey me but walk contrary to me, then 28, I will walk contrary to you. I will chastise you 7 times for your sins. And 30, I will destroy your high places.
I think you should hit 29. You shall eat the flesh of your sons, and you shall eat the flesh of your daughters.
Well, you're going to be starving
Mm-hmm.
because your land's going to be.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Desolate. There's
Yep.
going to be nothing there.
Mhm.
Everything's going to be dead.
33 is pretty good.
Well, 31, I will lay your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries to desolation, and I will not smell the fragrance of your sweet aromas.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to cook stuff, and it's not going to be sweet.
Yep.
Right.
I will bring the land to desolation. And then what do you have, 33?
33, I will scatter you among the nations and draw out a sword after you. Mm-hmm.
36, I will send faintness into your hearts.
Yeah, and the sound of a shaken leaf will cause them
Yeah.
to flee.
That jumped out at me too. Even the most subtle thing
Yep.
will scare the jeebies out of you.
Hey, when you're walking to a hunting spot in the middle of the night, like back in Michigan, and you hear twigs and stuff breaking and leaves rattling, you don't know what it is, and
Right.
it's pitch black. I've been there.
Texas in the land of wild hogs,
Uh-huh.
walking into a deer stand in the middle of in the
Mhm.
dark. It's like you hear like
Yeah.
Starting in verse 40, it says, if they confess their iniquity, and at the end of verse 41 says, and they accept their guilt. Then 42 says, I will remember my covenant.
Mm-hmm.
I will remember the land. Verse 44, I will not cast them away. Verse 45, I will remember the covenant. I am the Lord. So, you confess your sins and get rid of, accept all your guilt.
Yeah.
Repent. God's willing to forgive you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, I think that's pretty. It's spelled out for you.
26 is a really good.
Yeah.
I think it has really moral laws even to us today.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know?
would agree with that.
It's pretty.
Yeah, a lot of that has carried over
pretty
into the
cool.
New Testament
Yeah.
in different language, but
Mhm.
same meaning.
What'd you have for 27?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Both pages.
Both
Nothing,
pages.
guys. I was
Mine's
hoping
only
you
one
would come up
page.
with something out of 27.
Mm.
27 is redeeming persons and property dedicated to God. It talks about the
Jubilee.
value of you. If you're 30 years old, you're worth a lot more than if you're 70,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
And then it also talks about Jubilee again.
yeah, and Jubilee's back in there. And it just ends up that those are all the commandments of what God gave Moses.
It's almost chauvinistic, because the female is always less, worth
Mhm.
less.
Yeah, we're less, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about tithing.
Talks about unclean animals again.
But 27 was a tough one for me to come up with something that really jumped out at me.
If it is an unclean animal, then he shall redeem it according to your valuation.
That's where I was at too. It's almost like the whole book of Leviticus wrapped up
Summarized.
in one chapter.
Yeah.
Every
It's like-
devoted offering is
Yeah.
most holy to the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Kind of makes you wonder if we should have just read set 27 and probably could.
Read the summary and we're done.
That's it, yeah.
Let's make the study of Leviticus a lot easier. Just go to 27.
Sums it all up.
Forget
right
all the
there.
rest of that.
That's
'cause
right.
It's all in one
And that was
chapter.
all done at the Mount of Sinai.
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 Sinai. And I think that was a pretty short time there, if I remember it. We talked about that when we first got
Mhm.
started into this, and how long that they were out there. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember what we come up with, but
So all of that happened on that mountain.
yeah, no, Sinai.
That's
Well, I know
a
a
lot.
lot more about Leviticus now than I did before.
Yep.
So whoever wanted us to study that, I'm glad we did.
Me too.
But
Helps me understand it a little bit,
yeah.
for sure.
So, hey, Torey, what you got for us, boy?
2 guns. My main 2 hunters now, since my other one I have to learn a whole new rifle load for.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I got a custom built 28 Nosler. Used to be a 7 STW, and then he rechambered it for me with a Maven optic, Maven lander, 5x30x50. I have shot probably most of my animals in the last 2 years with it.
Well, it's pretty.
It is
I'll
pretty.
give you that.
What I love about it is, so with Maven, they use Wyoming Arms, which was created by John Burns, who used to do Best of the West, everything. They partner with him, so like this turret here, if I range an animal at 800 yards, I just dial it to 8. It is for my rifle load for this elevation. my wife has never shot it, and this year she shot her antelope at 383 yards with it because she didn't trust her gun. And then, yeah, I've always ran like on my hunt rifles. I was always using Zeiss or something else, and then a buddy of mine here in town goes, "Well, what's there a Maven? I'll bring one over." I fell in love with their brand.
I've never heard anything bad about Maven.
No.
I've heard that they're not the cheapest in the world.
Yeah, that's the only thing bad. They're expensive, but
Yeah,
you want good
I
optics,
think I
you
paid
gotta pay for it.
$1,600 for the scope.
Right.
You buy a pair of binoculars, you know, that's
But-
expensive pair. You're gonna be your favorite pair.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of them. Don't.
Yeah, this
cheat.
rifle was made in Greeley, Bartland barrel, Boyd stock, Trigger Tech trigger. It's the lightest hunting gun I own.
Really? You know offhand what it weighs?
I don't offhand. Compared to my 243 that I have here, it's way lighter.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This weighs less than my 243. And it has almost no kick
Huh.
with that brake. You want to feel how light it is? She's not terribly heavy.
Oh, wow.
And then I had to add on the scope my.
I like
when
the
we go,
reticle inside the scope.
when we,
Maven's good scope. Maven's good optics all around.
yes, they are.
Never seen a Maven before.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, I think it's all the way zoomed in. You might have to zoom it out.
So when you dial that to
What's
8,
better?
then you still just go off the center crosshair.
Yep. Just dial it to whatever range you
Yeah.
want. Pull the trigger. And then I had to put my buddies always made fun of me because we'll go shoot, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't know about this rifle load yet," or whatever, and I always yelled, "Send it."
Mm-hmm.
So it's got engraved on it from Maven. I had them put and send it on the scope.
There
so.
you go.
But yeah, I've shot all my whitetail, and my wife's shot 2 antelope with this rifle.
Nice action.
It is. My gunsmith, I was pretty shocked he got, because when he had this originally, like I said, it was a 7 STW shooting time Westerner, and I fell in love with it the first time he showed it to me. I was like, "So, you're gonna sell that?" No. Out of nowhere, one time, my dad calls me and he goes, "Oh, I got a real surprise for you. One of these days I'll bring it over." My gunsmith called him and he goes, "I'll finally sell it. Just don't tell Torey. You just tell him what he owes, but you surprise him with it." So my dad pulls up with his pickup and just has this big old grin and goes, "Go look what's in that gun case there." And
It's a beautiful rifle.
I love that gun. I've taken it elk hunting. Sadly, where I go, that rifle's too much optic. Kennedy Peak, you're lucky to get from
Yeah.
here to the wall.
Well, open
Tree. There's
Yeah.
not very much open up there.
Mhm.
Unless you go to the top.
Yeah. So that one's a real fun one. 168 grain bullets shooting on average 3198 foot per second on my reloads. But the other one's the fun one. This is what got me into custom guns. And has killed more animals than anything I've ever owned for hunting. It's a long action 243 by Grable Precision, which is John Burns' original startup. It shoots a 105 grain Berger VLD at 3,200 foot a second. I have had friends that have barely shoot this gun and have taken antelope at 642 yards was the longest shot. This is the gun I used the day I was telling you about, Dean. So my wife and I drew antelope tags. It's the first time I've drawn an antelope tag in 4 years. And Last antelope I shot 4 years ago was with this gun. Never shot anything since, but we didn't clean out my mom's house yet. And all the property around it, I have permission to hunt on. So I told my wife, she's like, well, we'll go antelope hunt tomorrow. We'll just go up. We'll just stay the night there if that works. And I was like, well, we'll see if I can handle that. So I put that 28 Nosler in the house. And I said, I'll just take the 243 while we go glass on our way because we were going to go buy her headstone. So we walk in the house, put the guns away, the extra ammo, walk out, and it smells like antelope everywhere. Like my wife stops me and she goes, it seriously smells like a herd of antelope just walked right through here. This is creepy and weird. And we're looking, there's nothing around anywhere. It was like, I think we're just having our minds played with. So it's like, well, we'll drive, look on the fields on the way to go buy Mom's headstone. Get to the last field, and we're glassing, and there's a pretty decent buck. And he's about 300 yards out. I stop my pickup, and the does get flighty. I back up, get behind these hay bales, hop out, and I'm like, they're too flighty. So I get out, and my wife ran around the corner all excited, and she goes, they're still there. So I grab my rangefinder, grab this, lay down. He's 392 yards. And I lay there, and I'm like, all right, I can take the shot. I've shot further than this with this gun. And then he just turns, and he walks towards me to where he got to 100 yards. I think it was 102 or 103 to be exact. And then he just turns broadside and stops. And I'm like, okay, this is creepy because my mom's for the last year has been finding new permission for me. And I'm like, this is just a little weird. So yeah, I shot him and we hurried over to my buddy's place that has a walk-in cooler.
Oh, there you go.
We got him skinned and gutted and then went up there and felt kind of bad because we washed our hands with just water, but well, here it is, we're in the headstone place and I'm washing my hands to get the rest of the excess off. My grandma's like, why are you guys just washing your hands randomly? No reason, Grandma. No reason. But yeah, this gun has shot the most. This is what got me and taught me to learn on reloads. And I did bring a bullet, just my one for reference for reloads and the actual everything, because this is the first one I actually called John Burns and he kind of snapped on me because on the reload it says it takes 49 grains of Rentumbo. It was like, well, max load's 48 because I don't give a F what they say. This is what you put in it. And it's to the point that you might as well just pour the powder to the top and tap it because it's a full compressed load. Because, yeah. And it barely seats.
Wow. Dang. So what's that one flying at?
3,200 foot a second.
3,200 feet a second.
Yep, I had a buddy of mine, he shot it 2 times and felt comfy at 500, and then the next day, it's the first time he ever went to shoot any big game animal, and first shot, he was adamant he had to shoot a doe. And he dropped her right where she stood. And it's been the most reliable, cool gun I've ever owned.
So just out of curiosity, how much did that cost to build?
There's no shaking.
I do not know. So the story on this gun is there was a retired Marine that worked with my dad that bought this new, and he needed money, so he sold it to my dad for $3,000. From what I could find on the website when it was John Burns, I don't know if it was for real or not. It was a Grable site and it had a rifle identical to on it. It was saying it was 10,000, but I think that's a little overkill. I don't really. That's why I don't believe it.
Gotcha.
I mean, it very well could have been because he is a big name. But like my other one, the rifle itself was $3,800. I paid $1,700 for the scope. This one. Yeah, I mean, I can't find anything on it anywhere. I just think it's really unique that it is a long action. But yeah, I probably I'm surprised I haven't shot through the barrel on this thing because I will take this out if buddies are like, I'm gonna go shoot something. I'll just take this because I know it's gonna smack right where I want every time. But yeah, it weighs a little more. I'm pretty sure it's an HS Precision stock, or it might be a Macmillan. It's still dirty because I haven't cleaned it because I'm still hunting. That's here. I still have 2 does to shoot. But yeah, it's also Wyoming Arms. I had to have them smith me a new elevation turret.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of sad though because now he doesn't even make bolt rifles.
Oh, really?
Wyoming Arms is nothing now but ARs. But yeah, I've loaned this gun to so many people that have went with me on a day, and any of them that have ever had to take shot, it's been most true.
Oh, gotcha.
Better no shaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it was loaded, you wouldn't be able to hear it shake anyway. Because I'm not joking, I have pictures.
Yeah.
It's to the ring. It is wild that it's that much Rentumbo.
So this is what kind of bullet now?
It's a 105 grain burger HVLD,
A burger. So it's a jacketed.
jacketed hollow point.
Yep.
Hollow point is really small.
It is, but it's honestly impressive what the damage of one of these will do.
Yeah, I've seen these before and seen what the expansion is on them things.
Yeah, it's all I run in all my guns. Is burger. I love burger bullets. But yeah, that 243 was what got me into being able to be more comfortable with longer shooting on animals. Like 4 years ago when I shot it, it was first time. I have pictures still with my 1-year-old. He was excited as heck because he got to pet the antelope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just sleeping, Dad. Yep, that's what it's doing, buddy. Don't worry. It's sleepy.
Exactly.
But I shot him at 100 yards, and it was through and through, but it still was able to put off enough energy that all the lungs and the heart was just jello. And then, yeah. I've seen what Nasty will do. The other hunting gun that I didn't bring on, I'm having to relearn to load on because there's no load data really around anywhere for it. I accidentally shot high. He died instantly because it shattered everything, but it snapped his spinal cord in half and then launched all the bone down into him. It was pretty aggressive. And my wife's like, I don't think we should hunt with this gun again. It destroyed what I like, which is our backstrap.
Yeah.
Don't mess up the backstrap.
Yeah. But yeah, this was the gun also. My mom was wanting to get a hunt. She went and got her hunter safety when I did when I was little. And when she started getting into shooting, she goes, I'll make a deal with you. I'll go hunt with you. I'll shoot one. She goes, I just won't gut it. I was like, if it gets you into where you'll at least then be like, I'll eat the meat more than just be weirded out by it a little bit. Besides elk, let's do it.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
yeah, there was one shot on that buck this year, and went and bought her headstone, and then I went and put the shell on her grave. And then it started raining and snowing, and I went and got it because I just cut the top off, and then I'll make I'll do like what the heck do they call it?
A European mount, kind of?
Kind of a European, but it'll just be in polyester, and then I'll wrap it with some leather and then the lacing, and then I'll hang that on there.
Oh, gotcha.
That shell. It's a one and done retired shell.
There you go.
As it should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll be the number one wildest hunt in my life. Because I'll never get that like the smell. That was so weird.
Right.
And I felt bad because people were like, well, you got pictures of him? And I'm like, I got 2 where he's in the bed of my pickup and I'm putting my hand up next to it to show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, I didn't get one me sitting in the field with him, none of that. My wife, she had her whole photo shoot, but not mine. I was more worried about being late to an appointment.
Yep.
Well, your mom was probably watching over and made sure everything worked.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure she's the one that called that one over. I've never seen that in my life. Because those does were skittish, and then they started walking, you know, like... Antelope hunting's my favorite. I don't know why, but my favorite hunting's always been antelope. And I think it's because I like shooting longer range.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the more challenge of, yeah, you might army crawl a couple hundred yards in a field, but then you lay there and you wait till you have the opportune
Mhm.
moment.
Mhm.
And that's where I learned more on my ballistics.
Gotcha.
Well, antelope can see for miles, and they're fast.
Yeah.
Then they got really good sniffers.
When you can sneak up on an antelope,
Yeah, they wear 10-power binoculars all the
Yes,
time.
they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
and they can almost see clear around. Their
Right.
eyeballs stick out of their head
Mhm.
so far that their peripheral vision
Right.
behind them is so
Mhm.
good. You know that
Yeah.
you can put a sneak on an antelope. You're doing pretty good.
I tried to do that one year. I tried to bow hunt them and do the stalking. Nah. I even had my dumb brother-in-law next to me, and I made a homemade like antelope look-alike out of cardboard, a decoy, and I'd have him like carrying it, like, and I'd be up behind him.
I was standing on a hill once, looking over a hill, and I could see this big old buck down there. And I was wearing this hat.
Yeah.
White.
Uh-huh.
And pretty soon he starts running to me. So we got
Flag-
down in the
flag
weeds. And
lot,
like, man,
yeah.
he come up over the hill and he's up there looking for us. And it was the hat.
Yep.
Drew that antelope in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about the white
We
flags.
use a
you
flag.
can
We use
yeah.
a flag a lot. Just a white bag on a stick,
Mm-hmm.
and you can raise it 15 foot in the air.
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm really curious about antelope though? That did you know that they actually make an antelope call?
That's
Yeah.
that one.
Does it actually work? Does it?
At times
Does it really?
during the rut, if they're rutting,
Yeah.
if they're not rutting,
It don't work, huh?
it sends them.
Because like I've heard it, it's just a high pitched whistle, and I'm like, what? Really? That's
Yeah,
your
they-
call?
they have-
Like that's it?
The bucks do different noises when they're in the rut, though.
Oh.
So somebody that knows all the different, like our gun builder,
Mm-hmm.
he's an adamant antelope hunter, and he knows what each sound means. And
Yeah. See, I can do that with elk. I can bugle, I can chuckle, I can bark, I can do everything with a diaphragm call, and I can do it to a T. I can call them right to me.
yeah,
But like the whole antelope calling thing, I was like, I had no idea, not a clue.
yeah,
See, I
I've never had
on
any
that
luck
one
unless
buck. I
they're
should go
rutting.
grab my iPad and show
Mm.
that one. Because I have a really good picture of the one that I shot 4 years ago. And the funny thing is, like you said, the decoy,
Mm-hmm.
I went with Jesse Dersham, who lives here, and he's got this wood decoy, and he goes, "You just crawl behind me." And I'm like, this ain't gonna work. And we did. We got to 100 yards. I don't know how he was able to do it, because I'm like, if this was me, that thing would have saw me and been like, nah, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you in bow season, I got to multiple at 100 yards. But I'm not flinging an arrow at 100
practicing at
yards.
100 yards.
I ain't no Cameron Haynes, fella. I ain't sending them out 250 yards and hitting a balloon, I can promise you.
Oh, and it's like, I didn't, like you were saying, the white, I didn't realize like that was the number one color they pick up.
Mhm.
And I'll never forget, my wife was getting flustered because unless it was super long shots, you weren't getting one.
Yeah.
So I'm watching, I'm in my reload room and I come out and I hear some like old 90s sounding like TV show music, and I'm like, and it's some guy hunting in Rollins wearing gray clothes.
Yeah.
And he gets from me to me, walks in the field to this antelope and looks at this buck and he goes, nah, not big enough, turns around and starts walking out. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Yeah.
Explain this to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've even heard of dudes buying giant red cow
Oh yeah,
decoys. Giant red ones.
cow decoy works good with anything.
And you can do,
Roll
elk's not
inside or start walking.
Elk's not a fan of cows, I can promise you. I've seen it. They, like up there where I go, a lot of ranchers will lease hunting land up there. They don't like cattle and they don't like sheep.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. If sheep are, well, sheep, a lot of the sheep over there where I go hunting, they have people come in from Chile to run the sheep and run dogs. And them big Pyrenees or whatever, maybe they're not Pyrenees, but they're big and white just like a Pyrenees. And they're not the nicest dogs in the world. You come across them boys when they're out in the middle of doing their job, they ain't happy to see you. So if you hear them dogs barking, you best start walking the other way. I can tell you that much.
Did you set this in front of me because you're thirsty, or?
I set it in front of you so you could talk about it whenever you were ready, sir. I was trying to prepare you.
Well, it's American single malt.
It's hot in here, yeah.
It's warm.
Dean's got that heater cranking in here.
Brian and I are enjoying it.
I'm good.
We've been cold too long.
See it?
We're just trying to thaw out. Anyway, American single malt whiskey.
Yeah, American single malt whiskey.
So, this is from Pine Bluffs Distilling, and it is at a 5-year age, and this is only the second batch that they've got. So this 5 years ago, they put 100% malt in a barley malt, malted barley, in
However you want to say
some
it.
barrels, and started aging it, and this is what they come up with. But one thing we was talking about earlier is American single malt has only been around since 1990. And a guy in Oregon distilled it, and he must have known something was going to happen. But it's taken since 1990 till now for the
Yeah, would you say 2020?
2024
2024, yeah.
is when they started recognizing it as its own category, and 2025, January 2025, is when they finally put all the rules together, I guess, for it. So it's that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about it. We just as well try it.
Sadly, have some here. I guess I'll try another one. Twist my arm.
Yeah, you've got something else in there.
Twist my arm.
That's right. Have you tried this one, Brian?
No.
So this is a whole new.
100% malted barley, American single malt. And
It's got legs.
Mm-hmm.
so the ingredients, the mash bills are pretty easy to
Mm-hmm.
easy to tell.
Mm-hmm.
American single malt.
Not a real heavy leg, but it's
No, it's not
it's-
heavy.
it stands up there.
Yes, it does.
So this is 94 proof.
Have we had one close to? We have. This is our first single malt, isn't
It's
it?
our first single malt we've had
Mm-hmm.
here to review.
So there's really nothing to compare it to.
No, you just got to ask Ryan if it's drinkable.
Drinkability.
It's got a pretty good
It's
nose.
nice. It's not super stout when you put your nose
Mhm.
to it. It doesn't.
That really doesn't overpower you.
Yeah.
Wait till you put it in your mouth.
And then it gets you the bite.
It's not.
It's nice.
I think it's drinkable.
It's not horrible. I would put it on the side of one of my not favorites from Pine Bluffs Distilling.
It's I think you gotta like American single malt. I don't think it's everybody's favorite.
I like it.
It's,
I like it. The only thing I don't like is that it leaves a burn on your tongue.
See, I didn't get the burn.
Yeah.
I got.
But
got it
I'm,
right
I'm a
away.
sissy with whiskey.
Well, no.
I got it right away, but it didn't last long.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
didn't go down my throat, the burn didn't.
It doesn't hit your chest as hard.
No,
Yeah,
there's no burn on the chest.
it's immediate and then it goes away real quick.
I think it. Yeah.
It's got a nice sweet note to it, though.
I find it to be like a weaker flavor. Like if you try, like you can't compare it to anything else. Like if you try to compare it to a rye, it's not anywhere close to that nice
No.
punch there in the beginning.
Well, rye's got a lot of bitter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bite.
Mm-hmm.
Rye's gonna be hot.
It's got an earthy flavor to it.
Earthy.
Earthy, yeah, like
Okay,
an actual earthy.
I was thinking more, aftertaste.
And see,
I'm not getting that.
No, but I have experienced that before. And some coffees.
That's what I get if I leave it sit in my
Bad
mouth for a minute.
coffee.
It's like
Bad coffee.
I've smoked a cigarette and
Yeah, I
I'm not
get
a
that
cigarette smoker,
Right,
so
I get that really-
same.
earthy, but I think it's the barley taste. I think it's the actual malted barley is what the flavor that you're getting. That's the cigarette.
We've never
or
had
earthy.
any.
actually,
100%
second
barley.
sip. As an ex-smoker, I just tasted it. I really
Yeah,
did right here. Yeah, the second sip, I tasted it. Like when it got to the back of my tongue, it went instant.
Yeah,
bitter.
it's not immediate until I get it.
Hmm.
It's it's about halfway down, I think.
Yeah, it does have that taste of because I smoked for a long time. It tastes like if I had a cigarette and then I drank coffee and that aftertaste.
Oh,
See,
At least that's what I perceived.
Well, I'm not getting the cigarette.
I
smell.
could go along with the earthy as being the same. You're just explaining it a different way.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's earthy.
I can get the earthy
Mm-hmm.
taste
Well,
out
they
of the
do
same
get kind of
thing.
like a waxy covering on my tongue or something on my palate.
see, to
Yeah,
me,
it's
to
like
me,
a,
it's
like next day after a cigar. I need,
Well, I haven't done that either.
I need to brush that off of my tongue.
to me,
Get
it's
perceived
smooth.
with a tooth.
and it's sweet.
Really?
I think it's sweet. I think it's got. There's no vanilla in it, but it's smooth.
Well, thank
and
God
sweet.
for the no vanilla.
I think,
It
I think it's sweet.
It's weird because it has a sweet, like on the tip of my tongue, it's sweet. Back, then it gets instant bitter.
Mm-hmm. I'd say it's a compounding flavor. Maybe like a contrasting flavor. Like you get your first taste is way different than the aftertaste.
Mm-hmm.
Goes from sweet to bitter.
I mean, I would definitely rate it higher than a Dickel.
Got
It's
you
in its
there.
own category. You know?
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. That's why it makes it hard to try
Yeah,
to
it's, hard,
compare
it's
it
gonna
to
be hard.
anything
It's gonna be
else.
hard to put it against anything else that we drink.
We're gonna have to get a bigger
That's-
spreadsheet.
as
We are
far
gonna
as-
have to get another. We're gonna have to actually like, go through those single malted single
Some
barrel.
different
As-
single malts.
as
and
far
stuff.
as-
We're gonna have to. We're
As far as drinkability, for me, it's a long ways down from a bourbon or a rye.
yeah. Ryan likes it, but then again, he likes the Dickel. So
I will say it doesn't touch the one I
The
tried
Dickel
last
got a
night.
5, which means it's just drinkable. Doesn't mean it's just drinkable.
no, if you just said, Tori, that it's nothing. It doesn't taste as good as the one that you had last time you were here. The one you had last time you were here was Horse Soldier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Completely
And
different.
I've talked. My father-in-law wanted to try it, so I'm gonna buy him a bottle for
Do the reserve.
Christmas.
Buy the $90 bottle of reserve, and I promise you, he will be very happy.
Yeah, because I was telling him about this, and he goes, "So what did you have?" And I was explaining it to him and telling him the story, like you said, with
yeah.
the metal and everything.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it. Nice. And he goes, "You actually liked it?" Because he goes, "I've tried getting you to try like 50 different whiskeys, and you don't." And I'm like, they're like, "Well, take a sip," and then I was like, "I actually like this, and I'm not a whiskey guy."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it's at least this one doesn't do it. This one did. I don't know what that one was,
That was a tough one.
but that one
That was 118 proof.
that one instantly when I first took a sip when we were talking earlier,
Mm-hmm.
I had to get my water because it gave
Yeah.
me instant heartburn.
Yeah, so that's rye.
Mm-hmm.
Straight rye.
That's rye, yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
barrel proof, isn't it?
Barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, 118.
Yeah, so it's straight out the barrel, nothing done
Yeah,
to
there's
it.
no
Yeah.
dilution whatsoever.
Yeah, we should have gave you some deal.
Ooh,
No, don't be mean now. Brian and these guys here would be giggling at me going,
Oh, we
how is it?
Well, Ryan liked it. He said it was drinkable.
I said I'd finish it.
You sure did.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
No.
And have it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I was to rate this on an honest scale, for being the very first single malt we've ever had, I'd probably put it at like a 5.5. Honestly,
Yeah, I might go a little higher than that.
you think so? I don't think I would.
I might be enjoying it a little more than you.
I'll give it a
I'm gonna have
6.
to look at my
Yeah.
my scores from
Well, see, that's just it, though. Is you can't compare it to anything
right.
else.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's almost a
I think we're-
different,
yeah, I think we're
it's
just
a
gonna
different
have to make
category
another-
completely.
We're gonna have to make another.
We should have done that with the rum too.
No, the rum needs to be right where it's at. It's stuffed
I
away
missed
though.
rum.
Huh? Do you want the rum?
I missed the rum.
Oh, yeah,
we
there's,
got
there's
some
some
rum.
over here.
No, I gotta drive home. I'll have to come
just
back
have
out
to
again
sit.
and try a sip sometimes.
It's
You
you
can
should just
drink
smell it.
You can drink it right out of the bottle because nobody else.
Yeah, you could put it
That's
on
what I
a
did.
toothpick and get enough of it.
Oh, really?
Find it.
Yeah.
This is
I
right
need-
off of Trump Boulevard
In Florida,
in Florida, yeah, West Palm Beach, Florida. The distillery.
smell that.
Right down the street from Trump.
My buddy had some.
Do you like rum?
Sailor Jerry.
Oh yeah, Sailor Jerry's pretty good rum.
Sailor
In all
Jerry.
honesty.
My neighbor, he is a huge Sailor Jerry fan too.
That's barrel aged.
Mix that with orange juice. Sailor Jerry.
Him and I always do.
It's really
That's a little bit of Pepsi, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll do a Sailor Jerry, and then I leave before it gets wild.
Yeah, that rum.
No, that one. As soon as I smelled it, I like rum, but I do not like the even smell of that one.
I think it tastes a lot different.
Does it?
Yeah, you should try it.
Holy bee. Yeah, try it. Come on, Tony.
That one's almost straight out of the movie. With Jack.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
That's probably one of the ones they threw in the fire.
And when they took a sip and their eyes started.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, anyway, if any of you watchers ever want to try this, you've got to start talking to the liquor stores in your area,
Yep.
asking for Pine Bluffs Distilling, and have them reach out to us. We'll see if we can get it into their store. You can try it. If you like American single malt, I think this is a good American single malt.
I do too.
It's the best one I've ever had.
It's the only one you've ever had.
The only one I ever had.
Are they still sponsored or not? I don't know if they're doing a good job.
You're right. Pine Bluffs Distilling is local distiller here.
Yep. Yep.
It's distillery. And-
They want an honest opinion, so we're giving it to them.
I will say honestly, compared to other whiskeys around the same price, it's a way better
Oh, yeah.
product. I mean, I won't knock that at all.
The thing about Pine Bluff Distilling is, as new as they are,
Yeah.
They're
in the
doing pretty
distilling
good.
industry,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not bottom shelf whiskeys.
No.
No.
No,
They-
by no means.
I would
Some of that
never
needs
say
to
that
be
they were
top
bottom
shelf.
shelf.
So they're doing a wonderful job, and they have a lot of whiskey in barrels aging.
I
ready
figured
to
out the
sell.
flavor.
Did you?
I did. It reminds me a lot of of a Scotch, with that peat mossy kind
No.
of flavor. Yes, it does.
I don't
Not
like
to
peat.
me.
It does to me.
I still just,
Yeah.
as Brian said it, after he said it the first
I
time,
know.
I get it, the cigarette.
Because the cigarette earthiness, I don't know how you split that up, but it's definitely
I get what you mean by the Scotch, but it's not a peat flavor by any means.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
mark.
not getting any peat.
I could bring you a hunk of peat. I got it.
It's almost like
You want to chew on that?
a piece of burnt, if you put a piece of burnt like a piece of burnt paper, not paper, I would say more like wood.
That's what I
Like a
initially
shark.
got was a
Like a
like a
smoker?
burned piece of
Yeah,
oak.
like a, yes, exactly, yes.
Like you
Well,
pick
that
one
would
up
be-
after you've been smoking some meat and you picked up just
Yeah.
that wood.
Yeah.
That was my initial
That-
response.
And
So
then
then
you
you're-
get an
and then
aftertaste,
as
which would
it-
almost be like a
And then as
cigarette.
it sat there, I got that.
It's that overly,
Mhm.
overly
Mhm.
pungent, smoky flavor.
Well, that would make sense. Seems how they char the barrels.
But it's interesting though that at first it's just that super sweet, and then it changes. At
Mhm.
least on my time.
Yeah.
Doesn't the malt mean they sprout the grain?
Well, all malt.
All malt is sprouted grain.
I mean, that's what malt is. You got
Right.
you got to put it in a big bin. You got to aerate it. So
So
as it
that's-
starts growing,
Mm-hmm.
then you will take it out and you'll throw it in the big
Right.
So that's where you
Oh,
get
really?
the earthiness from.
Yeah.
heaters or
Mhm.
whatever. What do you call them? The big incubate or the whatever you cook the malt in, and it rotates because it's got that.
You know, you
because
should
it's
know
growing.
this.
I can't remember what they
And
call
so the
that.
reason you rotate it is to break it apart. So otherwise, it's just going to be a big mat.
Right.
And once you get it then cooked to whatever you want, then you run it back over to the cleaner. And most of the time in that process, then the root falls off
Mm.
of the malt. And then you run it through the cleaner, and then you grind it and do whatever you want. And then, but yeah, so it has to sprout, all malt.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like single malt whiskey, you'll probably love this one. I'm not a single malt whiskey fan, I don't think.
I still one time need to find out what one it was my wife tried at our shooting
Yeah.
competition.
I don't know that I've ever tasted one, so,
I don't know.
so I don't know how to,
This is my first
I don't
time
know how to
ever.
compare it.
This is my first time ever.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to,
Get another one.
so, you're gonna have to rate this one
Thinking
where you can go above and below.
Mm-hmm.
thinking back to just walking through liquor stores and looking, I don't remember ever seeing a lot that were labeled single malt.
It's, it's really growing lately, but because it's so new, so.
Something different for people to try.
So where did it originate?
In Oregon.
I mean, as far before it got to the United States, where
Oh, it did. I think it originated here in the United
Oh, really?
States.
American.
American single malt.
Yeah, in Oregon. I can't remember the guy's
I
name.
didn't know whether there was whether they
In
picked it up from somewhere else
1990,
or
he did that.
I
And
used
a
to,
complexity, a smooth finish and complexity. I'll give it that. They're right about that.
It is smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It is
watched
complex.
that Moonshiner show,
Mm-hmm.
and they were sprouting the grains in the creek in a rucksack.
Mhm. Yep.
That's what reminded me of Vault Malt is
Mhm.
sprouted
Yeah.
grain was from that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of places where distilleries, where when they do the malt, then they'll put it out on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have to broom it.
Yep.
And
Move it around,
Yeah,
and
doing
aerate
that
it.
all
Yep.
the time. Man, that's work.
Yep.
Keep it from tying itself together and making a big old mat. They gotta keep it broke apart.
Probably don't want it to get too moldy.
Mold would be an issue.
Yeah. That would definitely be.
Then it might taste like Scotch.
Mold would be an issue.
Yeah. Then you might have that peaty taste.
You're just getting your penicillin though, right?
Yeah, I think mold's
That's
good.
right.
It's like you ever seen your grandparents or great grandparents back in the day? They never put cheese away. They just kind of cut off. Maybe they cut off all of it. Maybe they just cut off a little bit of that moldy part.
I still do if cheese gets moldy. I just cut
Is
off
that
the
a
mold
nine?
and eat.
What? That's a
It's not.
split
It hasn't
taste.
affected the rest of the
That looks
cheese.
like a 9. You might
It
want to
hasn't
change
affected
It's
that.
the
super
rest of the
drinkable
cheese.
for Dean.
Oh,
Party
Oh
foul.
my.
alcohol abuse.
Should have had a bigger glass. It probably wouldn't have spilled. Dean.
Yeah.
In case y'all don't know, he actually wrote the word 7
Well, because you
right
couldn't read
above
the
it.
number.
Yeah, them eyes rolled. That's why he couldn't write the number.
I'll give it a 6.
That's actually higher than I thought you was gonna go with that.
Me too.
Haven't
So
decided.
we're starting a new category.
We are starting a whole new category up, and we're gonna have to go down this venture.
Oh,
No, it's like we're gonna have to do with
that's,
the rum.
I'm,
No.
Captain Morgan's pretty good.
Standard Jerry's is way better than Captain Morgan. If you
Sailor
haven't had
Jerry's
it.
will get a 9.
Yeah. I don't know about straight though, and neat in a glass.
Neat in a glass, yes. Straight might be a little.
I went right down the
This
middle.
is probably the only place I
that
drink
gives,
straight
that gives
whiskey.
me,
Really?
that gives me
Because I-
room on both sides.
Have you found yourself now? Me and my wife went on a date night a couple of weeks ago, and we went to Chili's. I think I told Dean this.
Mhm.
We went to Chili's, and I asked him what kind of whiskeys you got in the bar.
And they went,
They went, I think we got Jack, Maker's Mark, and I think that there's a Scotch back there. I was like, really? I said, that's it. My wife looked at me, she goes, just get a beer, okay? And I looked at her and I said, I never knew that I turned into this much of a whiskey snob. Like back in the day, I would have just ordered a Jack on the rocks and called it good. Nowadays, I don't even want to
Yeah,
drink
we're
Jack.
getting pretty picky.
We are, yeah.
Well, I
Smell of
found
Jack
myself.
makes my
have
skin
you
crawl.
been to Bonefish in Johnstown?
Mm-mm.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good place.
They have pretty good selection of
Really?
whiskey.
Well, like now when you order it,
got just about anything.
I found out that if you do go to a restaurant and you order a whiskey neat,
Way to go,
the
Brian.
bartenders look at you
Yeah, they
like,
don't have any idea what.
I like what?
Yeah,
I'm
think I
like,
could
they're
drink
like,
it.
you mean on the rocks? And I'm like, no, I
No.
don't mean on the rocks. Just give it to
Straight
me
up.
warm.
yeah, straight up.
See, I like it. I like a lot of my whiskey on ice. I like the coolness.
hmm
I
But you
don't-
get a different flavor
you do,
this way.
but yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
both ways.
Yeah.
But
Feel like you cut it down just a little,
Mhm.
throw it on ice.
But I found myself doing weird stuff when I go to a bar or something. Like someone ordered a bunch of shots and I was sitting here smelling it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
The bartender's like, I've never seen someone smell a shot before. I was like, I'd never really thought about
Trying to
that.
hit the nose.
Yeah, you just find yourself like after you sit around and do this for so long, you're like, wait a minute, what do you got back behind the bar?
yes.
And they're like, ain't nothing you want, buddy.
I find myself
Well, you know, not
asking most
pretty
of the time.
impressive.
Most of the
Yeah.
time, I'm asking what, because most of them don't have a good selection. Most of the time, I'm asking, what is your well bourbon?
Mhm. You're right. Knob Creek did very well.
The Knob Creek 12 year.
I thought it was very similar to Willet in the way because it was aged so
Mhm.
long.
And I found out that they actually have like an 18 year too, but I don't know how available it is to get.
Knob Creek does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you had Knob Creek 12 here?
Mm-hmm.
That
You
must
weren't
have been
here.
nice, God.
Yeah, it was the
I've missed,
it was the
like I
day
say, I
you.
think I've missed 4.
Jared brought that, right?
Yeah, it was the day you came back.
And I don't know if there was any left when it.
There was not.
Knob
Yeah,
Creek's
it was-
There was
pretty
a
good
full
whiskey.
bottle showed up here, and we had quite a few guys here.
We did have a lot of guys here. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jared kept trying to pour it on people to get it gone, so he could write it down
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
'cause he
bottom of
wanted the
it.
bottle.
He
yeah.
wanted the bottle to remember it. Yeah.
I'll have to ask my wife what that 1/10 mountain she
I'm
had.
gonna have
She
another one.
fell in
Yeah,
love
you
with.
just, well, it's going to grow on you.
Yeah.
They'll be back May.
You know
Who
what?
will?
10th mountain.
Oh, yeah.
You know what would be a good one? Is Bird Dog. We could try a Bird,
Bird Dog is flavored, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it all flavored?
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was all flavored.
I
You,
or
think-
you
not.
got your phone. Look it
I
up.
think
real
they're
quick.
all flavored. I don't think there's a
I
straight.
don't have a phone. It's being
I
used.
think they're all flavored whiskey.
Then,
And that's unfair.
That is
You
unfair.
can't, you
Yeah.
can't take the real whiskey.
yeah, you can do the flavor.
hmm So what do we have for an average, Dean?
Hold on, let me figure it out.
Yeah.
Somebody had to put that 8.2 in there.
Well, that's right.
I might have been
Right
able
off
to
the
do
bat.
this by head.
I'm always the one propping up the average. No, they got a Bird Dog Kentucky blended whiskey.
Kentucky blended.
Yeah, it's not, and it's $21 from the liquor cartel.
Sounds like a pickle.
No,
Blended throws me off right
That's
away.
like, is that like
It's
a
like-
Canadian blend?
Yeah,
only it's Kentucky blend?
That tells me
I'm serious. Like,
Pendleton or
you think of
Crown
like a
or-
red wine blend?
sir, I don't know wines very well.
Okay, never mind.
Like you.
And I
wanna-
got a gingerbread whiskey. Why don't we do that for the Christmas special?
We totally could. Just to have fun with it.
Actually, here's one. Bird Dog Select Stock
And I like
Kentucky
gingerbread.
Bourbon Whiskey.
Oh, there
Did
you
you
go.
see that 6.4? So it's up midstream.
Yeah.
Whiskeys.
Yeah. Bird Dog Select.
Yep, Bird Dog Select Stock Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey, $35.
We still got money in the
Yeah,
whiskey
there's
thing?
$100 in there.
Okay, well,
I'm headed to liquor stores
Are ya?
leaving Monday, and I'll be
well,
back Thursday.
take the 100 with you, and if you find anything cool looking, or Bird Dog Select, good luck.
Well,
on
I
that.
just think
Here,
with
you
the
should
guns
probably
and
have
stuff,
another
the
one of
Bird
those.
Dog would be an appropriate
This is the one my wife loved.
bourbon to try.
Mm.
You're gonna instantly lose your mind and not say no. Terrible.
I do have one.
Sage infused
Sage.
peach vanilla.
Ooh,
I gotta tell you,
that sounds too much like sausage to me. Sage.
10th Mountain Cordial.
I do have one I'd like to
Is
bring.
that a whiskey or is that a vodka?
It's a whiskey. I mean, if you want a vodka, I have one that I could bring in. Vanilla peach with a hint of sage. That's the nose. The palate is a sweet peach, well balanced, full body. Finish. Long lasting vanilla with a light caramel tone. Or sorry, caramel. Non aged. So it's not aged. Awards. Oh, Breckenridge still on the hill competition. Highest rated spirit in the 11th year history. Is it out of Denver? Denver International Spirits Festival Gold. Cigar and Spirits Magazine World Competition Gold. American Craft Spirits Association Bronze. Oh wow, they have, you
I got
can
one over
buy
there.
the 10th Mountain
You what?
I got one
Glencairn
over
glass
one
if you
time.
want. Did you see that?
Yeah, they
For
were trying to.
$15.95.
They were trying to give me one for free last year, and I
Well,
didn't take it.
you should have taken it. Now you could use it.
I
at a
never
place like
sampled
this.
them. Oh, they have a single malt.
Do they? What's that? How much is that one?
$70.
And how much is this one?
60. Is that
That's
right?
real close to the price range.
Notes of chocolate, walnut, and cherry with a hint of coffee. Palate, medium body,
Walnut.
dark fruit.
That might be.
Yeah, 60.
Okay.
Complex.
That might be the
spice.
earthy we're getting. That's like a black walnut.
You might be right.
A black walnut.
Here's their.
That might be. That might be where we're getting that
That would
It
explain
has
it.
to be in a walnut barrel.
earthy.
That's
Well, the sprout. And
That's
barrel
where that's
and-
coming from. It's from the walnut.
Who's this?
That makes
Tenth
sense.
Mountain.
That makes sense now.
They're out of Colorado.
yeah.
Yeah, well, they ought to be then in some of the liquor stores.
Yeah, I would think so.
Here.
Oh,
Sterling was supposed to have a distillery going up. It's been like in the works for years, and I've yet to see it go up. But
Because yeah, every
Who's
year
behind it?
during
I don't
that
know.
shooting
There were
competition,
two guys that I never.
You don't
really-
get these in
There's-
Sterling.
because they do 150
Yeah.
shooters and everyone
I didn't
shows
know
up there
that.
because they buy free beer.
Well, I haven't been to Sterling.
Kid
for a
Mountain
while.
shows up.
Well, at the liquor
with-
store there.
Every
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the
thing
name of
they
it.
sell, and you can try samples
Smoking
of
on the
each
edge
and
of
every
town, a little
one.
white building.
oh, gotcha.
And that's the one my wife liked the most.
she
That
knows-
was that day. There was one. I think it was like a
On the east end of
Texas
town?
one that I.
Yeah, it's on. No, maybe not clear the east. What's the next one?
It was
So
a, it
there's.
was a rye.
We still need Horse Soldier to send us that $600 bottle, if you could, please.
I watched that movie the other day.
Did you?
Did
really?
you?
I've watched it 3 or 4 times.
That's a pretty cool movie, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
Horse Soldier, please. Please!
I'm heading that way next November.
Are you? Well, get a hold of him. Tell him.
That's
You
all
should
right.
get your buddy Jocko to call him. Be like, hey, bro.
So it's interesting. Jocko was just on
Sean Ryan?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
to watch the Sean Ryan show.
Well, who doesn't?
And,
I do.
You know, I also watched Shrek.
I want to say Elm Street.
You watch
Oh yeah,
Shrek?
Elm Street Liquor. Yeah.
What is Sean Ryan and
No,
Shrek?
it's not Shrek. So John McPhee, who was nicknamed Shrek, he was named the.
You threw me for a loop, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't get to finish my sentence there.
I was thinking like, what does Jocko and Sean Ryan have to do with Shrek?
I forget, he was named the something of Baghdad.
Okay.
You know, he'd go out and light taxis on fire in the middle of the street. Like, he was the one guy that started doing single missions. And I believe it was Iraq, because Afghanistan's all the mountains and stuff. That guy, he's like, oh yeah, I loved it. I mean, but like when these guys, he was there when they first invaded, and they would just bomb everything, move up, bomb everything, move, and he's talking about it. It's just all the stories coming out about. It's I've been very interested in it. But.
If you can go back and listen to it's a Marine, like back in the older Sean Ryan. I think it's like episode 100 or so, somewhere in that older area, and it talks about how he got shot in the head with his helmet on.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the name of it, Fallujah.
Yeah.
And it talks about this, and he said that he got shot like right there, and it hit him so hard that it never penetrated. But it knocked him out.
Severe headache.
Oh, knocked him out. And he said when he woke up, like he was in such a haze that he just started shooting people. He said he didn't remember nothing. He was just going to town. And it turned out being a friendly fire that smacked him in the
Well,
head.
yeah, Ramadi had a.
Could he friendly fire back?
I don't remember. I know that that's a man that had several demons attached to him in the end. And he went a lot of different places to try to see a lot of different spiritual people to try to get this out. It was that story is super crazy.
Well, the one with it was a recent one. Pete Scobell. He was one that kind of went through the spiritual stuff, but was, talked a lot about Jesus in that podcast.
Yep.
That was an 8-hour podcast.
Yep. Did you? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the one that always opened my mind with everything that's like we were talking before. Everything today is the world's most ethical hacker.
Yes. Have you seen the most recent one?
I need to.
The 5-hour long one?
I haven't.
That one's nuts. He actually goes in and opens up about Roblox and all this other stuff and all these other
I
online
heard
games.
That,
clips about
as
that.
a parent, it's just a
Yep.
instant nightmare.
Yeah, that's not allowed in my house.
Yeah, when I watched that first one, because
Oh, yeah.
one of my close friends, he's in charge of cybersecurity for the state of Wyoming,
Okay.
and he's like, he texted me out of nowhere, watch this. This is going to open your mind to a lot of this, because I
would like to get
finished
in
my
touch with him if I
CompTIA
could.
security
Yeah.
classes, and I'm watching that, and I'm just like, wow, what is going on?
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to get in touch with somebody like that if I could.
I got a guy.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's well, think about all the games where I used to play as a kid in the early 2000s when computers were brand. You'd go to play a game, you'd instantly download a virus. I mean, we'd go to like minigames.com and
For me, it was.
That's right. You're young. You're a youngin' in here, ain't you?
I'll say for me, it was like we played Halo, but we just hooked two TVs
That's
together and
subliminal
played against
messaging.
each other in the
Yeah.
same room.
The stuff that you don't even realize
Oh, yeah.
what's there. is
They
what's
call that
crap
grooming.
out
They
of
don't
me.
call it subliminal messaging. They call that grooming.
Exactly.
But you're right. Yeah, that does happen a lot.
Special thanks to our sponsors.
No sponsors.
We don't have any?
I don't know, do we?
do you want to change my sponsor?
Well, just remember you saying something about that the other day, and you're like, I don't know how much you want to keep saying that. And then Dean's like, how about a big thank you? And I'm like,
Well, we've got a new deal. Stackers Recon is what I'm calling it.
Stackers Recon. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Yeah, go ahead. Stackers Recon.
Stackers Recon, what's that about?
So Stackers Recon, and a few episodes back, I talked about how we're doing a Mags Market Monday. But since that got us put in jail, I've now rebranded as Stackers Recon. So we have a new YouTube channel called Stackers Recon where we talk about precious metals and the intrinsic value of ammunition. And we just kind of keep an eye on things that are going on in the economy right now because silver is at all-time highs. Gold is at all-time highs. And what does that mean in the economic world right now? There's a lot of meaning behind what's going on.
Well, go into that a little bit, Ryan. Go ahead.
I mean, the banks are talking about, I mean, a lot of it's come from the Fed getting ready to potentially cut rates again. But the Fed's trapped, right? If they cut rates too much, we're going to get inflation. And if we don't,
Severe inflation.
we're going to have a big recession or worse, right? So they're getting into this point where they have to do something. They just rolled out a 50-year mortgage because try to prop the housing market up, right? If you can't afford it now, you can afford it for generations. So we're trying to prop this up. And it's just a compilation of things where the debt's getting so high that the interest rate and the defense spending is getting to be most of our receipts. So what happens after that? You can look at the Japanese bond yields and the U.S. bond yields. Like I talk about a little bit about how the bonds are going to start to show their hand to the change in what's going to happen in our monetary system here in the future. The last 50 years, we've been able to print money, kick the can down the road, and then we manage the inflation.
Yeah.
But that's going to come to a head at some point. And gold is money. Gold is still money. And so gold is going to get into several things where, and then ammunition, of course, is just as valuable as the rest of that. And that's where we're tying things together. Of course, Bitcoin's came down a long ways off its highs because people are getting into cash crunch. People need cash. And what's really interesting is I did a little bit of a study where you can look back on all the years where we print money and track the record of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is just a reflection of printing money. It's an illusion of making money. And that reflects on everyone's retirement accounts, pensions. And so all your money is doing, you're not really making money, you're just keeping up.
Okay.
It's the illusion of making
Maintaining.
money. And that's the devil's advocate in our current system.
I'd have to say that you're a pretty smart cookie.
Sometimes I'm
No,
not the smartest guy.
Smarter than I am, I'll tell you that
Well, I
much.
knew it when I first met him. I knew this dude's small.
Just right over my head. It's like, wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why we need to keep him around.
Yeah. And I think we should start actually, like, maybe after you pray it right away, we need to start doing the sponsor thing right off the bat so you can go ahead and talk about that.
Sure.
And then we can just start going, and then we can go into the reading.
But so what we do is we talk about the markets, what's going on, and then I talk about stacker strategy. And a stacker is someone that buys metals and ammo over time and, stacks it for the long term, keeps it up, and just accumulates over time. So we talk about strategies of what's your budget, what are you going to buy? Are you going to buy every month, once a quarter? Are you going to buy when it's opportunistic? What's your strategy? And I talk about kind of what I do and the things that
I gotcha.
like that. So
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, I think that in the very beginning, we should go through all your the sponsor list. And then that way, because I don't know how many people actually watch us to the end.
That's where the good stuff is.
I know, that's
They're
right.
gonna
Where
have
the
to
good
learn.
stuff
We're gonna
is.
have to drag this baby out.
Yep.
And sorry we bore you, clear to the end. But that's where some of the
That's what the
important
best
stuff
stuff
happens.
is, yep.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised that sometimes after we even pray ourselves out of here and some people leave, then the conversation around the table stays pretty good.
And it gets deeper.
Yeah, it's
It
pretty
gets
deep.
a lot deeper. If you guys want to actually know more about the conversations that happen after,
I call it the after hours.
The after
I've been here
hours.
several times for the after hours.
maybe we can start a Patreon or what's that other one called?
Substack.
Substack, and we can start recording the after hours, and members only can hear that because it gets deep and it gets like very. It can be emotional. It
Very
can be
real.
involved. Yes.
Very real.
Yep. So if that's something you guys are into,
Not that
please
we're
let me
not,
know.
not that we're not real here.
Right, yeah, no, there's no lying
It
here
gets-
whatsoever. This is 100% truth.
The after hours gets pretty intense at times.
Yeah.
I think it's been 3 of us most of the time.
Well, some of us need to get to bed.
That's what you claim.
We have appointments in the morning.
Hey, I'm still up by 6 o'clock every day.
I have to be at a meeting
You're
by
younger.
6 o'clock every Friday.
Well, then maybe we should just pray ourselves out
Well,
of
you
here
need to
and
keep going with the sponsors.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Don't you even think you talk about on the range?
on the range
There you go.
is nothing like Mags and Co. You know, we're just living day by day trying to get by on the range and doing what we know how to do, and that's just work hard
Yeah.
at trying to make a living.
Yep.
And so we've got us a little gun shop here. We got us a little meeting room here. That's pretty nice. And
Yeah.
you know, we're going to break ground, get us a building going. Maybe we can do some events. I hope
Gun
to.
range.
Do some events in this event center, and then we're going to build I'm hoping for an indoor pistol range at the end of that. And we're working on the gun range all the time. I was hoping to work down there today, but when I looked outside and seen it was cold, I was like, nah, I'm staying inside. But I've got one trap going, another trap almost done. 400-yard range is somewhat kind of open. And, you know, we just want to keep building that up to different things. Ryan's wanting to build a house, I think.
A shoot house.
Shoot house, yeah.
So how far along is that in your future?
A shoot house?
Yep.
It's just an idea right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like what's your goal?
What does
We
it
need cinder
consist
blocks
of?
donated to us.
What's a shoot house consist of?
You know how the Navy SEALs train? They've got all the plywood walls.
Oh,
and
okay.
then you go in and you just train with your team and take, you know,
So
the
you put-
targets are random. You don't know what's out there.
And it's not live. It's not live ammo per se, but it's like rubber
It's,
bullets or
it
something
can
like that.
Could be live.
Could be
So you
live.
just need to make sure you're set up to where you're
I
going to be
would
able
love to do something like that. And
But frangible ammo, I think they use a lot
Yeah,
of
I think
frangible in
that's-
there.
and I know a guy that does a lot of tactical training that I can easily set
Yeah,
you up with.
So once we get the range up and going and built more, I mean, it's just a work in progress right now. Probably always will be.
Probably.
But you know, we want to open up memberships. We want
Yep.
people to be able to come shoot. We've already got insurance on the whole
Mm-hmm.
place, so you know, we just want people to be safe. I want them to go through an orientation first.
Yep.
I want to even my best friends.
Yeah.
They're all going to do it.
Yep.
I'm not
There'll
gonna
be
pick any-
videos for that
I'm
too.
not going to pick anybody out and saying, hey, you don't have to because I know you.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you and you're going to still do it.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so I just want it to be safe. We've never had an accident and we don't want one.
We definitely don't want one.
And so anyway, it's just fun stuff. It would be fun to have a place for people to come and do events. You know, that we can maybe put together and do fun events.
Mhm.
Torey's in the long range. You know, I wouldn't
Yep.
care if we did something
Yeah.
in long range. We might have to build that like we was talking that
Yep. Tower.
tower on top of my mother-in-law's house so that we can get over the hill to shoot.
That just sounds amazing every time you say that.
I love my EOR. I need that back out there.
And then, yeah, so that's kind of on the range. You know, we're still
Mhm.
working on our website, trying to get it up and going. You can get on it, but there's still stuff on there that needs worked on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Colton, we couldn't do this without you, man. You're the speed bump
Absolutely.
production guy.
For sure,
Absolutely.
Speed Bump Productions. Speed Bump it is, yes. Yeah.
And, you know, you
I
spend a
missed
lot
all
of
that, and
time.
now I get it. I was lost because I was in Texas, I believe, when the speed bump thing come up online. I'm like, I missed something important or comical or both or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
along the
Well,
line.
that's because
there.
I looked it up and Dean had on there a long time, store and production, right?
Hmm.
But then I looked it up and that's a real thing. Like it's all over Facebook and Instagram and everywhere. And I was like, oh, we can't use that.
So I think Jared came up with the name Speed Bump.
He did, yep. Yep.
So anyway, you better get that copyrighted so nobody can steal that.
Probably should. I gotta get an LLC and all sorts of things.
Yeah. And Firearms, that's Jared,
Yep.
who's not here tonight, but he
And DTR
helped us out a
Walkers,
lot.
yep.
And what's DTR Walker's?
That's his company that where he trains. He.
Oh, he the horse stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I didn't know that, so
Yeah.
it's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And
Like if you
I'd heard
want,
that, but I
he
didn't realize
does
it was his.
riding lessons and stuff, and
Horsemanship.
yep,
stuff, yeah.
horsemanship. He'll teach you how to do all that. And,
Yeah, I've ran into some people that have done horsemanship training through him. Didn't know there was a connection between any of us. And I'm like, oh, well, you should watch the podcast.
yeah, absolutely.
Guns and Glencairns, because Jared's a big part of that most of the time.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway, we are on YouTube and Spotify and TikTok and iHeartRadio and are we on Amazon Music?
Yes, we are on Amazon Music.
And we're trying to get on Facebook.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit longer. Yeah, we'll be on Facebook.
And eventually Instagram.
We are on Instagram
We're
right
on
now.
Instagram,
Yep,
yeah.
we are 100%. There's
Man,
only
we're
like
out
4 or
there.
5
How's
videos.
Facebook gonna handle the gun for the things?
You know, it's Facebook. I don't know.
I've learned that if you're just a creator that talks about it, it's not an issue. But if you're the manufacturer, or you're a reseller, or you send someone to a website that does sell it,
They out you.
they're out.
I haven't been put in Facebook jail yet, I don't think. But I've been doing a little bit of posts, you
I've
know,
been there
about,
several-
hey, you know,
I've been there several times.
here's a nice little pew pew.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
it is available
Mm-hmm.
for 349 or 9er.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that.
Yep. Yep. But yeah,
But anyway, and the coffee's always on.
there you go. Over here on the range. I don't remember your address, so I can't.
Oh,
tell
it's
you.
6264 County Road 211.
Oh, there you go.
6264.
Out here in the middle of the
County Road.
sticks.
Yeah. Pine Bluffs, Wyoming.
We're only a mile and a half out of Pine. It's not like that far. If you're afraid to venture out of a little city, you know, we're only a mile and a half out. Gravel road,
Yep.
that's okay.
Yep.
And if you're going to go to the range, that's not going to be paved roads there
No, it's
either.
not. Nope. Ain't gonna be heated either.
No. Eventually, you know,
We just-
eventually maybe we can do some kind of heat, but
Yeah, we just did that Texas Star. We'll have to get out for one of the podcasts.
yeah.
it's built now. It's
Is
ready
it?
to go. Yeah.
Perfect. You good enough? Have you tried shooting it?
I have not yet. I mean, I've
I've watched a lot
shot
of-
some before.
I've watched a lot of people shoot them, and like when it gets to swinging,
They
that
can
looks
be-
like it can be real tricky.
Extremely frustrating.
Yeah.
You just dump a whole mag right there. You're like, okay, I got to keep going and move on.
Yeah.
Because you're only the first third of the way through the stage.
Oh yeah. Does anybody have like a really cool 1911 or anything? Of course you do. Of course you do.
I do have an original old Colt Python.
Do you?
It's in really good shape.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a standard Springfield Armory 1911.
Yep.
I've got a 22 in a 1911, so that's in a 45, and then I do have a 22 that's in a 1911 frame.
Yeah.
I have a 6-hour 1911 Scorpion.
Those
Oh,
are
so it's a
cool.
race gun.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's cool.
Cool.
As soon as you said that, I knew what. As soon as you said, "Yeah, I do," I knew what it was. I knew it was some kind of race gun of something.
There should be
Wowzers.
twin to it.
Have you
Yeah.
done any work to it? No.
No. My neighbor's got a really cool one. The guy that had it just recently died. He was a Vietnam vet, and he sent it over piece by piece out of Vietnam.
Oh wow.
It's a true Vietnam pistol.
Really?
And I told him one day, I was like, it's like, yeah, I sold it to this guy. And I was like, oh, well, that's a good buddy of mine. I was like, I've shot that pistol. And he goes, you have? I'd love to see it. And I'm like, yeah. Let me know. We'll go over there.
Yeah.
And I said, we can go shoot it. And he instantly went, no, I will not shoot it. I will look at it. I don't want to touch it. He goes, I used it in anger when I was over there in the war. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
so there's a dark past to this gun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cool because it is a true
Yeah.
military issue.
Nice.
I think that's the coolest one. But yeah, that CZ I love, or my Scorpion, I love
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah. Race gun. Straight up race gun.
Bought it from a Love County sheriff.
Mm.
He bought it as his carry, and they told him he couldn't use it as his carry pistol on duty because it's not black.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I bought it for $700.
Color makes a difference.
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, at least with Weld County Sheriff,
That
it
seems
has to be
cheap for a
black.
Scorpion.
What cash I had on me, and he was happy for it.
Wow.
I did not think he was going to take it.
Yeah, I was at a church down there in Denver, and one of the they had a policeman walking around, and he was carrying a 1911, and I was really shocked about that he was carrying a 1911 over a Glock or anything else. I was quite surprised by that, actually.
I actually had that when I went and did your concealed carry class.
Oh, nice. Is that what you used?
That's the one I qualified with.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
had
think
that.
I remember that. I think I remember, because you let me shoot that, if I remember right.
Yep.
Or- Yeah.
You shot that, and then the other one I brought was my everyday carry, which is my XD40 subcompact.
Mm-hmm.
Had that gun for 11 years.
It's a Springfield, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Anybody got a?
And then now, like I was talking to him
Okay.
last night, I need to buy
Springfield
9mm hollow point because my mom had that one.
I'm
And
curious about it. Like, I don't want
creepy
one, but I'm
guy,
just
I need
curious.
to get hollow points for.
I've got
that
some
for
Liberty ammo over there that's,
I've looked
I want
at
to say
the,
50 grain is all.
I've looked at the staccatos.
And it's
Staccatos are
really
pretty
deep.
small.
Yeah, a lot of
The
times.
reviews on it I've seen are so
And
good.
then I go over to
Shooting
the
it into
timber
a
and think
3 or 4
this is
layers
a
of
lot
denim
more
into
affordable.
a gel block.
Still,
And it's going in
expensive,
2
but-
inches and then just exploding and going into
That ain't got
like
nothing
4
on
or
staccato.
5 inches.
yeah.
And then the base of it will go to almost 12. But the majority of that goes in and just stays in.
Yeah, and that's all she needs. It's just that guy.
So it's not a lot of kick, but very good performance.
Because the one she wanted, I told her she wouldn't carry is my Uncle Doyle. He bought a bunch of retired 40 Smith and Wessons. They don't have a safety on them, nothing. Trigger pull is god awful.
Yeah. You know what you should look into is that new Shield X.
Shield X.
I can bring it and you can look at it because I bought one. Very nice. They're a pretty nice pistol for the for the price range that they're in.
Okay.
It's got the red dot sight, like the red dot availability where you can slap it on there. It comes with a night sight already included. It comes with a 15 round mag right out of the box and a 13 round, a thumb safety right up there on the top, and it's got the Smith & Wesson 2.0 trigger built right into it. She's good to go.
Yeah, because I forget the model of Taurus that my mom had that we have that Alicia's like, I'll need to carry that. Fits my hand.
I'm telling you, if I could bring that to you, that's something that I think that a lot of people would really. I just took it to my boss at work, and he tried it out, and he was like, "Wow, I think I really need to buy one of these." And he carries a
I like
Hellcat. He carries a Hellcat, and he's like, "This is way more comfortable than that Hellcat." And I said, "Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable in your hand."
Yeah, I was gonna say my XD is the first gen, so it's blocky. But
Oh yeah,
it fits in my hand comfy
Yeah.
to where. But like a lot of the newer concealed carries, they've thinned them down
yep,
to be a concealed carry,
yep.
and they always just feel weird in my hand. So I
Mhm.
told my wife, I was like, I will never. I don't know. You can laugh at me if you want. I will never bow down and buy a Glock.
You ever held?
I won't buy a Glock.
You ever held a Shield Plus?
Yes,
Did you not like that?
I did.
You did, yeah. Yeah.
Shield Plus, yes. But
Yeah.
yeah, my wife was like, oh, it was a couple
That's
years
what
ago.
my wife carries as a Shield Plus.
Yeah. Yeah, that XD, I bought it as a carry and.
And they're cheaper.
Oh, yeah. I've had that gun since 2010.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty worn out. I'm pretty sure I should re-Cerakote it. Because there ain't much black left on it. I've worn through it in the years.
Yeah, if you use a gun, they don't stay looking nice.
No.
Except for your Keltec, right?
My Keltec's beautiful.
Yeah, that's.
And it's a little gritty, but
Well, when you clean it once every 10 years, I mean, you'll have that problem.
All you have to do is shoot and then hit the slide back in and it'll go again.
She's reliable.
I
Yeah,
oiled it up.
yeah. You said that you took it apart and cleaned it actually.
I was talking to Cole Hockup last night about concealed carries, and he was reading a thing about how a revolver's better than
I mean,
semi-auto.
Well, I mean, they're reliable.
Yeah.
Well, that, and then he was saying
They're pretty
on
much a no-fail.
closer issues, like if you're certain people,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're too close on slide not acting.
well, yeah. If you jam it, if I jam a slide into
Yeah,
right.
you, right, it's gonna get one shot and that's it.
Yeah.
A revolver, you can sit there and keep pulling
Yeah.
the trigger, and then it'll go 5 shots or 6 shots,
Yeah.
depending on the size of the frame that it is.
A revolver, the issue is the trigger pull is always tough, and a lot of women really struggle with that trigger
Yeah.
pull.
I was gonna say I was still to this day shocked the most by anyone shooting a revolver was that class we did with Mo Forbes. How he was on that swinging target of yours. I emptied a clip and I hit it twice, and he hit it 5 of 5, and I'm just like,
Yep.
how? And
Yep.
he's like, I'm okay with this. I'm like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's a huge thing, man. Like revolvers are one of the most reliable firearms you can have, but
And there's a disadvantages and advantages to every fire.
I don't know.
Every fire.
Reload is a big thing.
Yeah. If you're really good, like Jerry, what's his name? Jerry. He's a big competition shooter, and he
I
only does
know who you're
revolvers.
talking about. I can't think of his last name.
I don't remember that he shoots Smith and Wesson for years.
Yeah, he shot 1 mile before with a
Mm-hmm.
Desert Eagle.
Yeah, his name is
Jerry
Jerry.
McCulloch.
There you go. And I mean that dude, when he shoots the revolver, it's such a fast reload, you can't even hardly see it.
It is mind-boggling watching that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
It is like,
and he's what now, 70-some years old?
and his daughter's now getting
Yep.
insane on it.
Yep. But the biggest thing that I have with the revolver, I mean, the only benefit to a revolver is you can shoot through a coat, you can shoot through whatever you're wearing, right? Shoot right through it. You don't even need to pull it out because you don't have nothing to hang up the slide.
No slide. Right.
But you get 6 shots at the most, unless you buy a higher end Ruger, and then you can get 8 shots.
Yeah, right here. Jerry McCulloch.
Yeah.
1999.
Attempt by shooter Jerry Michalak to challenge
Michalak.
every speed shooting record set back in 1932. Using a Smith & Wesson Performance Center built 8-shot revolver,
8 shots.
Michalak attempted to both outshoot McGivern and set 2 new world records.
This dude was nuts.
You want to film this one?
You want to film this one or not?
And in 108 degree heat, I believe it was, down in Mississippi in front of a very supportive audience, he did it. I mean, he did 8 rounds in 1 second on 1 target. Shooter ready. Stand by.
Holy cow.
He hit 8 rounds on 4 targets at 1.06. And then he did the 6 shots, a reload, and 6 shots in
They all got the
2.99
downward
Did
seconds.
you hear that? 2.9 seconds.
That man is a different beast.
Yes. Yep. 2.9 seconds.
And he
6
shot a
and
1
6.
mile shot with a Smith & Wesson 500. The 500 Smith & Wesson. He shot a 1 mile on a balloon.
He has to sleep
Or 1,000 yard.
Oh yeah.
with that gun.
Yeah.
He just did a 1,000 yard with a 9
Reload?
millimeter.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That dude is a different breed.
Yeah.
That's all he does though.
Yep. That's legit all he does.
You know what might be really cool out here is those cowboy action shooting competitions.
I got a 22.
We're in the Wild West out here.
Yep.
Those things might.
Mm-hmm.
You want that mounted horse shooting?
I choose not to have the horse involved.
No, if you
I don't need
you don't
something
have
that
to.
has
What
its
if you
own
just
mind
need a
that
lever
could
action
just have
and
a bad
single action
day.
pistol?
I always
Yeah.
wanted to do that mounted shooting, shoot those balloons and crap. That would always be so fun.
Oh,
I
I
could
Buckle
do it.
Buddies do it at the fair.
I don't know. I mean, you could practice with those Heritage for the single action cowboy
I
shit.
don't know. I think I'd want double action for that.
You don't get that though.
I could, if I had a horse that was trained good enough, you know, then you could. I've never had a horse that was that trained.
Yeah, I've never tried shooting off a horse. I'm going to be quite honest. I rode a lot of them in my younger days, but I never tried to shoot off of one.
I would
feel
never
sorry
want
for all
to.
that noise in the ears.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta have tinnitus.
No, I learned at a very young age that if you could herd cattle with a dirt bike, it was a lot faster.
And if you get bucked off, it's your own damn fault.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Exactly.
I like them.
Yeah.
Motorcycles and four-wheelers, if you get bucked off, it's not because
Yeah.
it bucked you off.
I don't mind the four-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff, but it is nicer to move cattle with horses.
Man, my
Keep
cows,
them calm.
my cows got
Yeah.
out one time, and the horses. We never used horses when I was younger because it was a farm. It wasn't a ranch by no means. Pop that front tire up on that cow's ass. Just ride it right on along. Them cows take off running. They don't know what to do. I tell you that much.
Put those in there. My wife's asking where I am.
We better pray.
Yeah, we can do that.
that. Father, just thank you so much for this wonderful evening, and thank you for these men again. Just thank you for the discussion we had. Thank goodness we're through with Leviticus. And but we appreciated it. We enjoyed it, and we've learned more about it. And I just thank you so much for that. I just pray that from what we learned here tonight, just through the moral laws, that we would just apply them to our own lives. We would think about what we learned, and as we go forward, that we would know more of how to act, and our own lives pleasing to you. Just help us. Just help us to be ones that are not afraid, not ashamed, to spread your love, to spread your joy in what it is to serve you. We just ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.